Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It has been so long, way too long, but it's so good to see familiar faces in the comments. People here early already, JC, Regina, all of our original peeps, Janine and Rebecca. Hello. So good to see you guys. Well, it has been like probably like a month. Oh, I forgot. I was pulling up YouTube to see when was the last time I had streamed, but I think it's been like a month and a half.
I could do
But
that. Hold on.
but so I know I took a little bit of a hiatus. I was having like some eye strain and coming off of vacation, just wanting to like reevaluate my like digital time. So I've been doing a lot better with like not being on my phone as much. And so then that made me kind of reevaluate my live streams as well. I know you would think only once a week wouldn't make a difference, but having the month off, I was like, wow, I kind of really felt that. So we are going to be trying just doing monthly writing sprints. They will still be Monday motivation every first Monday of the month, so we can start the month off strong. I feel like that's like I'm gonna be like, hi,
Monthly Monday motivation.
Yes, monthly Monday motivation. And things may change in the future, but at least right now, and the summer is really busy for me too with, you know, as it is for you guys, I'm sure, just a lot of events popping up. So this will just give me a little bit more breathing room. But I
I feel
hope
like
you
this
guys
is
will
the time
join.
everyone takes a break as well.
Yeah,
Like, because everyone's like either all the parents and the families are getting out of school, the students are taking a break from school. So this is like when everybody's like traveling and like getting into like the summer mindset.
so true. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was my plan. All the summer mindset.
Like, all right, this is the vacation.
um, but I think everyone here knows me so far. But if anyone is lurking or watching the replay, my name is Holly. I even had to put in my name on StreamYard because it didn't remember me somehow. But I'm the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken, which is a YA fantasy romance pitched as a Tangled retelling with a female Flynn writer. This is perfect to kick off your Pride Month reads, obviously to read throughout the year, but it involves a sapphic romance with a lesbian and a bisexual character. So, yes. And then it has the girls on the cover of the Rainbow Crate Special Edition, which I did check recently. It is sold out.
Oh,
Yes, I was checking to see like should I still keep promoting this, but that the special edition cover is sold out. Um, I do have
okay. Well,
some
I'm gonna have to
events.
change that on your
Yeah.
book page then.
Yeah, I do have some events that some book signings that I'm doing in Grayslake, Illinois in July, in Phoenix, Arizona in September, and then in St. Louis, Missouri in October. Oh, and there's one in Wisconsin I haven't announced yet because they haven't come out with the schedule. But anyway, so I have like a limited number of my own copies of these, maybe like 10 or 11 or something. So these will be at the book signings until they run out. But anyways, and
It doesn't say sold out for me. It says sale still.
really, when I clicked on it, it said sold out and it wouldn't let me buy it, or like it like you couldn't click purchase.
Okay, I went directly to the link. Hold on. Let's see.
Maybe they restocked.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe they found like more stock or something.
It lets me click on it from the shop on sale page and also directly going to
Oh yeah, it is letting me add to cart. Okay, that's so weird because literally I checked and it was grayed out. It said sold out.
Yeah, I believe you, but clearly they found something. I don't know how many left.
I'm so curious now. They found some hidden stock. Well, okay, so there is some still, which is linked down below. I think I have the rainbow crate. But anyways, my lovely co-hosts here are also linked down below. Kauffman, I will let you introduce yourself. And I know a lot of people said, "Oh, Kauffman," they recognize you from before.
Holly, I always face that same problem. I'm like, when I do streams, I'm like, does everybody know me? I feel like I say the same thing every single day. Bigger streamers, I'm like, all right, welcome back to the stream. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kauffman. I stream every single day. I'm one of those crazy writing streamers, almost at 900 streams. And today was the official start of my book launch month, The Last Scarecrow, epic dark fantasy. Getting the early feedback from readers has been really awesome, but it's been cool because I've been writing this book along with the Write Now community for the past 2.5 years. So it's kind of surreal. And this month we're doing a whole like Scarecrow launch event every single day. I have guest authors joining us half the month, the wonderful Holly included. And we're doing a flash fiction competition for anybody who wants to win some prizes. We're doing a point system and so many cool things, just ways for the community to come get engaged. So that's me.
Yay, that's so exciting. That's why it's like people have watched you write and edit this book. Like it's the final culmination. It is surreal. So I can only imagine.
I know. I was like, how do I remind everyone that the book's done now? The book's almost done. I was like, almost done. It's still going through final edits.
It's so exciting.
And my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, which published Holly's novel, A Diamond Bright and Broken. And we are a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. If you hear any crying, it's because Riley is with me tonight after being away at the dog walkers for like 4 days. So I think she misses my mom, but she finally calmed down.
Aww.
So I don't know. If she falls asleep, I don't know that I'll bring her on camera. I might bring the camera to her because she's been like crying off and on for like since I got her today, which was like 6 hours ago. We did take a nice hour-long nap together though, so that was good.
That sounds glorious.
Tonight I need to feed her eventually. Feed myself, and then continue editing the sequel to A Diamond Bright and Broken. The sequel is A Shadow Dark and Daring. You can sign up for the cover reveal on our website. In the international edition paperback that Holly is showing, the first chapter will be slightly tweaked. Also, that was only part of the first chapter, but it's more or less the same. We just refined it a little, polished it like a diamond, and we're working through this manuscript. I have chapters 1 through 7 basically finished. Holly, I was trying to get through everything you had sent me, and then send it back to you, but I wonder if it would make more sense for me to send you 1 through 7 now. I don't know. Do you have a preference?
It doesn't matter.
Because it's all formatted and stuff, and you can like mark up the PDF and be like, oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sure, you could send it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me working on that. I took basically last month off from streaming except for 2 YouTube live streams. I had so many things on the calendar for May that it just didn't make sense to try and do the normal stream schedule and then having to be canceling stuff left and right. But for June, I am planning to do the 4 streams a week. Knew that wasn't going to last. Okay, Riley, you want to say hi to everyone? You want to say hi? Once Holly starts the kitty timer, I'll make your food. Not that I, but you know.
JC noticed that you were also MIA. Aww.
There's a cat. There's Zuko.
Hey, Riley, look. Zuko.
There's a cat.
Zuko wanted attention as well.
He knows he already got dinner.
He was like, food?
Yes, let us know what you're going to be working on tonight, everyone. Rebecca will be doing dishes, then on to some plotting, and also keeping an eye on a cake in the oven.
What
That
type of
sounds
cake?
wonderful.
What type of cake? I
Sounds
want a
so
cake.
good. I already had some Girl Scout cookies as my dessert / part of my girl dinner. So
I have a cupcake that I might eat so that I'm not hangry by the time I'm done cooking my own food.
yes, yeah, you definitely need to have something in between. But yes, we will be doing 30-minute sprints and chatting in between. Kauffman will have to pop off around like in an hour or 45 minutes, I guess now. But we will definitely be getting in our productivity before then. Kauffman, I assume you're going to be editing.
It's like, oh man, who even knows what I'm working on? I go back and forth between editing, approving and finalizing the edits from my editor, and then
Nice.
all the marketing stuff.
Nice.
This is what I've been dealing with all day. I'm going to mute. But I am going to put the forest room code in the chat if anyone wants that, because I did unlock the, 12th anniversary cupcake tree.
Yes, I got a cupcake tree as well. Okay, and now we have our kitty race timer. I missed it. But so there are 7 cats on the screen. You can vote for which cat you think is going to win the first sprint, either color or number. And it's okay if you vote for one that someone else votes for. I should try to enter the forest room.
I hear a cat chatting.
So.
And Riley's by her bowl, so I think she is actually hungry, and hopefully she'll actually do something about that. I'm going to pick 5 because Riley is mostly white.
Aww. Why is it saying create an account? You know I'm here. Come on. I just used you today, Forrest.
Also, this. Oh, I don't know what just.
Yeah, mine's being slow. Okay, let me restart.
This Saturday, because I pre-ordered this, Jessica Brody is doing a webinar. And so at some point I need to do the exercise. What'd you say, chapter 8 or chapter 5?
Oh, cool.
About basically I was interested. I was like, what is she saying about how to do your whole book basically in a single page? I think it's chapter 8, not your plot. That would make the most sense, but I need to reread the email.
Cool.
But it comes with a long Word or Google Doc. You can choose your version to download, and here it's kind of it's like a quick and dirty version of Save the Cat Writes a Novel, and it's like all the plot points down.
Cool.
To make sure you have it planned, I guess.
Page 1 to done. Nice.
Yeah. Finish your novel in 30 days with the fast drafting method. So we'll see. I mean, it's not like I have enough time to dedicate to my writing to fast draft anything at this point, but I was just curious because I have Save the Cat Writes a Novel right here, and then Save the Cat Writes a Young Adult Novel also right here. Actually, that's not true. My Save the Cat Writes a Novel is apparently at my mom's apartment, but Save the Cat Writes a Young Adult Novel. So
I know I have both of mine. Yeah, how did I not know that she just came out with this new book? Yeah, so I'm gonna put it on my TBR.
Regina, where have we heard that before? 30 days.
Page 1, 2, done. Okay, and then we will be sprinting in silence, so feel free to play your own instrumental or whatever music of choice.
Because I'll be making food, I think I'm going to be playing K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm so jelly. Nice. All right, we are gonna. Oh, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. Two. Going for a Zuko.
For Zuko, obviously.
Yes.
We gotta show loyalty to our pets.
I think I always have to go for Bluey. I believe number 4.
Yes. All right, we are gonna start this first sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the first sprint. And Ginger won! Yay!
Oh man, I was believing in Bluey.
I know many people are happy right now. Oh my gosh, so many people won. Becca, JC, Janine, KK, 'cause I know KK is a Ginger fan. Yeah, woohoo! Starting off strong. Oh, and Zuko was second. Yay.
It's okay. We'll be expecting a comeback from Bluey.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I always love I enjoy the cat races on your streams, Holly.
Yes. It's so fun. Good to be back with it. And
exactly.
I was like, oh my gosh, how do I? But all of my spiel is all ingrained in me already.
Muscle memory.
Yes, yes. How did you guys do during that sprint?
I feel like I did pretty good. I'm just I'm not I'm working on website stuff right now. It's all good stuff. I have to like edit and update for all the marketing we're doing.
Nice, nice.
It's the first, so I had to download all the sales data documents from all the different places, and that's fun.
Yes, very fun.
So excited.
I mean, the nice thing is that they all worked without a hitch. I was able to download everything in one go, and now I just have to edit the spreadsheets so that, you know, people don't see data that isn't theirs, and copy and paste formulas.
Cool. I responded to a message, watched a YouTube video, and then I read, 14 pages. I've been reading, I took a long break from reading this book around the writer's block. But I finally got back into it, and yeah, it's really good. I think I've got, about 100 pages left. So it's interesting and giving me like a new process kind of to tackle things in a new way to combat perfectionism and procrastination, which is being distracted. That's usually what I am this new show, the new season of the show came on, that's more important. But they have just do 15 minutes a day. That's your goal, and I really like that because most of the time you will do more than that. But if you don't, you at least got 15 minutes in. So
knowing where our priorities are.
Yeah. Let's see, we had some people pop in, and JC said, I was partially editing a video and partially trying to plan out details for my book release birthday stream next week. Oh, happy early birthday and happy early release day. Yay.
That's so exciting. Holly, remind me, what did you guys do for launch day for Diamond?
Yeah, we had a live stream party. Yeah,
we posted it everywhere on social media. Your physical in-person one was that weekend, the following weekend?
Yeah, it was that weekend.
I mean, the dates got a little bit wonky because it was supposed to, whatever. When the date moved,
it was close to the dark time of the year.
It was released on Tuesday, and then we had the release part, the in-person book event on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then we did do that day. We had the RR book tours.
Yeah. The R&R book tours.
Yeah, on Instagram. So that was fun. And I'm assuming I probably came out with a newsletter.
I would assume. Oh yeah, we also sent a newsletter. I always include that when I say we posted everywhere on social media, but technically
you can post it to Amazon now. If you posted it on Goodreads or whatever.
Okay. Oh, let's go. I was curious. I'm always curious to see what authors are doing on the launch day itself.
Yeah. Do you have plans for your launch day already?
Well, I think it's interesting because since I'm doing a whole like month-long, like 30 day, I'm basically doing a whole holiday event throughout this month. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do on the actual launch day? July 5th just happens to be Build a Scarecrow Day. So I've been thinking through what that will look like to build a scarecrow.
Did you do that on purpose?
Absolutely. I'm like, what perfect day to launch a book called The Last Scarecrow than on Build a Scarecrow Day?
That's amazing. We can all build scarecrows.
Exactly.
Or draw scarecrows. That's so fun. Oh my god.
And I was like, originally I was like, all right, I was gonna do like an in-person event on a launch day, but I was like, I won't have the paperback. I won't have the physical materials in time. I was like, all right, so we'll just do those on two separate events.
Yeah, doing it, and that seems to work out, having it later too. There's still, it kind of reinvigorates the hype and that. So, but that's fun. And then where do you think you'll have the in-person event?
Good question. TBD. I've like connected with all my local bookstores.
Good.
To try to get an idea of like which one that I really want to partner with, at least for like a launch day event. I think when I'm ready to do like the in-person launch, my goal is to do a in-person bookstore event in all the local bookstores within like a 1 to 2 week period, similar to kind of like what you're doing, Holly, with all of your different events. Yeah, so I mean, like I know I can target like all the local bookstores. Barnes and Noble, I'm unsure about yet. I understand the concept behind approaching the manager and going through the process and introducing, but I know having worked in a big corporation for so long that there's more systems in place to those types of things. And Zara, I'm sure you probably have far more insight into that than I do.
I mean, for indie, it's
It's really difficult, right?
It's really difficult. Like, not that you shouldn't shoot your shot, but
I've seen that as well. I was kind of hoping that I'll still try regardless, but I'm like, all right, well, I'd have to push the uniqueness of my social media strategy with the 900 streams and building up an audience. So try to put myself in a business owner mindset if I'm coming in as an author.
I mean, you're going to be pitching like what you could do to bring people into the event.
Exactly. Because it's a marketability standpoint, I imagine.
It's just that even if someone at the store might be interested, getting it approved higher up the chain might be hard.
It's usually the most difficult part.
Yeah. Whereas for me, I can say like we're distributed by Simon & Schuster, and then immediately they're like, oh, let's look at the calendar. And then their only no is like we don't have a time when your author is in New York.
That makes sense.
Which is why also my authors, I tell them, I'm like, really push the Simon & Schuster thing that we're distributed by them, because that is like
it makes its industry
use it, and then because then if it's their local bookstore, then theoretically they're available more often and aren't shut out versus, Becca was in New York for a specific time. So I was like, this is here, like 3 days that could work. Like what day, and then Becca was like, oh, like, here's my day. And I'm like, yes. So then she made her travel plans around it. But I had to be like, when can you be on this coast? For Kate, I was like, you're traveling all the time. You have this cruise coming up, but like your book is here. And that was before we knew the book date had to be moved to May. But it worked out, and we still kept all those things. And I was like, there was a certain bookstore who was like, oh, can we do this date? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, like, can't the author come back? And I'm like, no, I can't.
That's not how it works out.
Just come back the next month. Like flying to New York is expensive. Staying in New York is expensive. And so we made it work and things like that.
My Barnes and Noble, I've noticed, like, because there's some self-published authors who have gone to other like book signing events that I've done in the area, and they were able to get book signing events at my Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
And I know the one, that's why I almost went to the, because it was taking so long to hear back from the one in my city, but I was like almost about to do mine in Indiana, just because like that Barnes and Noble, I mean, I'm not self-published, but like they're awesome with the events. You know, you get to sit, do a Q&A, and they like always welcome local authors, self-published and stuff. So I feel like, yeah, it probably will depend on like the event coordinator of that Barnes and Noble, because they're going to be the main contact person. But
That makes sense.
but it
And I
is
saw like
doable.
I see Kristen's comment as well.
Yeah.
That let's say she said if it helps, what I did was went in person and asked for the manager. They looked up my book in the system. Ingram basically said my cover was good, and we set it up from there.
Yeah, I mean, you need to ask for the manager or the events coordinator. Oftentimes, it's actually one and the same person at stores. But
so it sounds like ultimately you just need to get
first.
one of their buy-ins. It sounds like that's all you need to get, either the store manager or the event coordinator. You need to get one of their buy-ins to you and the book, regardless of whatever their thing is.
Because if you just talk to an employee, I mean, normally to me, because I'm just so straightforward, they're like, oh, we're not the ones you should talk to, but authors might not know that, and they might just be like, yes, I got someone interested in the book, and it's like, that's cool, it's not the one you needed, and they're not going to be pitching your book to their boss because that's not their job.
Also like we created a Facebook event, and then we had people sign up for it. So then we told them like, these are how many people that said they're going versus how many people said they're interested. And so then that let them know how many people, or like how many books they should order for the event. So I think that'd be good too, if you have some like a Google form or a Facebook event or something, or like at least like a Google form of like your interest in attending in an in-person event, you know. So that you can like prove that there's interest.
Well, I'm thinking I probably use the indie bookstores as the testing ground in a sense, and then prove, because I imagine it's how many copies have you been able to sell, and then how many people have you been able to get to come. That's that proof of concept.
Yeah.
And if worse comes worse, then I just wait till I have more books in the series. As we know, fantasy readers want multiple books in the series.
Yes.
Sometimes.
No, that's a good plan. I like that plan.
But both of you guys, that's some great advice. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to keep trying. I do find that indie bookstores are very quick. I'm in New York, there's stiff competition, but like in other places, I find what my authors are telling me and what I told them to make them less scared of doing it is that like most indie bookstores are pretty open to indie authors or self-published authors.
It's a win-win because they're
competing as long as they can get the book. Now, some bookstores are like, if we can't order it through Ingram, like that's it. Also, Ingram just recently screwed over a bunch of indie bookstores, or like by changing how they accept payment or like removing a payment option. A payment method. So then there was a whole thing going around on threads where indie bookstore owners were like, if you sell copies like directly and you want to work with us, like give us your form or something, like sell directly to us. So, you know, there's consignment where basically you pay for the books, but the bookstore is like, yes, we'll have them on our shelves. So you're not getting money in your hand, but it's there in the store. And then you could get more attention because people will be like, oh, that's on a shelf. And then Becca has a comment.
Yeah, so in LA, nice. Becca, I'm in LA and my indie stores are all for self-published. If you can bring bodies in, they'll set up an event. And that I do know because I used to live in LA as well. So I remember those local bookstores. Because I mean, if I think about it from like a business owner perspective, indie bookstores are already competing against the Barnes and Nobles of the world. So they need every advantage they can get to get more customers in, especially if they're not in a high foot traffic area. And a local author is a win-win because they're, regardless of how many people they bring in, they're going to bring in people usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Cool. Good advice, guys. Thanks for sharing your experiences. Yay. They didn't even ask about my book. They set up the event and then asked. Oh my gosh. That's great. Janine asks, I'm so sorry. I just lost a critique partner. I don't feel like going back for peer reviews and just getting professional editing only. I think so. I think because you've had a lot of difficulty with like just finding good critique partners and like, retaining them. I think just getting the professional editing will be good because you know that they're experienced and they're going to actually go through the whole manuscript.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask for a sample edit.
I saw a post on Threads which was interesting, where somebody said that they gave out a sample edit. They searching for an editor. They gave out a sample edit to like 10 or 15 editors, just to kind of just see what they got back. And all 10 to 15, and of course these are editors, all different experience levels, but all 10 to 15 different advice, different comments, different types of edits. And it was interesting. And I'm like, as an editor myself, and Zara, you do a lot of editing as well. Like we see there's so many different ways that you can navigate editing, of course, depending on what type of edit, developmental, copy, or line editing generally. But even within each of those editing things, there's such like editing at times can be subjective. Because like certain things, because you have to understand the storytelling components, but other times, like if it's like copy editing, like no, your dialogue has to have quotation marks. Like there are some things like copy editing grammar rules that are like a little bit more set in stone, but at times it can be so subjective. So like finding an editor that A, understands your story, and then B, can help you elevate your story based on your vision of the story. That's the challenge.
Well, there was an author on a title that will be coming out, and they brought on normally someone who would be a beta reader, but they brought them on as like a line editor at the same time I was doing it. It was a little chaotic, but anyway, this one of them like had really good feedback and was like, oh, we need more details here. Like, and I was like, yeah, like I didn't add those comments yet because I had done the developmental edit. But then this other person kept being like, this word is repeated. And in some cases I was like, yeah, that's repeated too closely together. I picked up on like, oh, there are certain actions that are repeated a lot. Let's cut down on that. But this person was like, this word is used. And I'm like, with 5 pages in between, like it's not, so their level of tolerance for that type of thing was like 0. Whereas mine was like, unless it's twice in the same sentence in adjacent sentences or adjacent paragraphs, I'm generally like, I don't care if I'm reading. But then if I'm reading the page and I'm like, oh, it sticks out to me that even if they're not right next to each other, it feels a little bit too close, like the experience of it, then I'll be like, can we change one? Can we mix it up? But it's just something that really doesn't bother me as much because I read so quickly. And someone actually made the point when I talked about this with them, I think privately or on another stream, they're like, oh, wouldn't you think that would make you think things happen closer together than they actually do? And I'm like, if it doesn't trip me up, it means that it's like not a problem for me, is kind of what my going. And when I got an editor for my self-published debut novel, I got someone who was like affordable, not dirt cheap, but like pretty cheap. And they did a sample edit and it was great. And then when they handed it back to me, my mom was like, there are errors still throughout this whole thing. Like, do you want me to do it? So there is also a level of you get what you pay for. A sample edit isn't always going to be a perfect representation, but it is better than not, because I saw someone on Threads who was like, some editor completely changed a character's name and said they ran it through AI. And I'm like, that's on editor. That's someone who probably stole your manuscript.
I know that. Well, that's someone who doesn't have the editing skills, so they're trying to use AI to cheat, right? And
I know, yeah.
There's going to be bad actors out there. That's why Zara, to counteract that, something I tried with Scarecrow was the book is broken up into 4 acts, and this was actually really successful with my beta readers. I had tested them out with the first act, and then depending on how they responded to it and received it, then we went forward with the rest of the book. Nice. Because like the problem with the sample edit is like it does give you an insight into their style, but you don't get insight into an editor's like complex reasoning, like you said, because usually that takes over the course of chapters to understand character arcs. If an editor is reading a chapter, can they understand if it's a character problem, a story problem, or a line level sentence like clarity problem? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And the more experienced they are, you're able to distinguish where the problems are instead of making educated guesses or just being out from a reader like, oh, well, I don't like this. And that just takes practice. Like that just takes practice of many, many manuscripts. Hence why there's so many editors out there.
Because I mean, as the publisher, I'm only taking books that I like. But I can be like, certain things bother me, and in certain comments, I'll be like, I suggest you change this. It could be this, it could be this, it could be a third option that I haven't thought of. However, like if there's a reason for you to keep the reason you kept this, like through however many drafts you did before it got to me, please let me know and we can talk about it. Or I'll be like, oh, like consider a word change, but like it's not that big of a deal. And then there are ones where I'm like, I literally did not know what you meant by this sentence. This is my best guess. And if I'm right in what I think you're meaning, here's what it needs to say. Otherwise, please correct me. But like, it can't stay the way it is.
And I mean, I think even as the publisher, I think you also have additional insight into reader analysis, reader data as well. So I think that's another factor that's able to be layered on into the way that you're responding to.
Yeah, I mean, I've had certain reviews where they'll be like, oh, like they didn't like the pacing of something, they felt it was too fast, and I'll read it and I'll be like, maybe pacing was something we worked on, but it got to a point that I was happy and the author was happy with, and you can't please everyone. Or they'll be mad about something where I'm like, well, that's a you problem. Like that is, we never promised XYZ. Like you came in with expectations, even though we did not lead you to those expectations anywhere. And like, bummer you didn't like the book, but also if you don't go in with expectations, you can't be upset.
Which is why our book blurbs are so important. Make the expectations as clear as possible in all the marketing.
Yeah, there were certain people, and I think it's also a certain level of Kate having a huge platform, so of course they're going to be haters, but there are certain reviews that were like, why is this story like this? And I'm like, we make it pretty clear these characters are unlikable. We never promised that you were going to like them. Like, well, I mean, that's probably like a good story.
I imagine that the bigger that the audience or the readership grows, and it's probably the same thing with audiences, you're always going to have a percentage of people who will dislike it. And then of that percentage of people who dislike, X amount of them are going to be trolls. So you have trolls, dislike, as just a part of your metric. Like that's,
I mean, thankfully, I would actually say that there was only one troll review. And then we got it taken down because it was actually harassment. Like, and it wasn't.
Well, that's an easy one, right? If it's like a clear harassment, then like that's easy.
That was easy. A lot of the other ones that were like, these characters aren't likable. I was like, I mean, it sounds like they're talking about the book. If they're a troll or a hater, like they're not going to take it down. But it's so outweighed by all the other reviews. Like even reviews of people who like gave it 3 stars and were like, I thought this was a fun and light read, and I'm like, okay, like that's fine.
And you see, I can accept that, right? If someone's read through the book and they had the right expectations, and they don't like it for whatever reason, and they're kind of like, hey, you know, I didn't like it because this just isn't my style, the way they did this character. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, but you're right. It's annoying when someone's like, I don't like the book. It was a great read, thumbs up, but I don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't really write book reviews anymore because it feels really weird. Like, I'm no longer just an author. I'm also a publisher of other people's books. So I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble anywhere. Like, even though I'm still an individual who obviously reads, now if I recommend a book, it's to my friends. Verbally or by text. It's not even like on social media really. I'm like, oh, I read this book. Although I'll probably, you know, post about this one. But like that's different. And so whatever. I like reviews. I stopped taking reviews super seriously pretty early on because one of the first reviews I ever got for my book was I had paid like through the nose, even though it was at a very discounted price, to do an author co-op thing through NetGalley for my young adult paranormal romance, very clearly marketed as young adult paranormal romance. Got one review from that, and they complained about everything that made my book a young adult paranormal romance. And I'm like, you requested this book. Like, I didn't reply because I know better than that. But so that just made me realize very early, like I was 16, I think, or 17. Maybe I turned 17 at that point where I'm like, book reviews are subjective, but sometimes people are just silly.
Yeah. Like these characters acted like teenagers. Well, you're reading a YA high school, you know, like it's like.
I know, because sometimes I'll be like, if I'm switched, because we publish adult, one middle grade, which will be having a sequel, multiple young adult. And it's not just my brain having to be like, what fantasy world am I in? Because we have not had a straight up contemporary book, like with no magic in any capacity yet. And aside from the writing prompt books and the divination deck. But it's also like, this is young adult. Like your definition of whiny for an adult character is different than the young adult. So like just recalibrate while you're editing this. Because one time I was like editing, it was either your book or Kay's book. It was one of the Rapunzel retellings. That's how I knew and narrow it down. And I was,
yay.
Oh my God, are they really whiny? And I was like, you just came off of editing one of Malin's books, which is like Game of Thrones level fantasy adult fiction. And I'm like, it's different. It's a different vibe. Cadence is allowed to be a little bit more like emotional than someone who's literally running a country and is like in her 30s.
Yeah. And also why like putting in like the trigger warnings is important, because I was talking to a writer over the weekend, and they were like, yeah, if a dog dies in the book, like that's automatic, like -1, or a cat, I think it was, the -1 star. And I'm like, well, what? Like you're docking 1 star? So it just, you got to put things in, because some people are.
If you don't like certain things, I get it, but to dock a whole star for something, like, because I would
when
be
they said
like,
that, I was like, whoa.
If it makes sense for the book and it's not gratuitous and it's not just like, you could have written this story without this, and why did you include that? Like, you know, a lot of adult fantasy just including essay for fun, and I'm like, you literally could write a book without essay and have it still be epic fantasy. Example, The Storm Gathers. And so I'm just very much like, see, I have a problem with that. Or historical romance. That was also, I literally had to stop reading it for a while because I was like, I am sick of there being rape or attempted in every single one of these books. Versus, you can't have John Wick without, spoiler, I mean, it's all over the internet, the dog dying, the dog being like, it's like, it's inherent to the story. Like, I don't want to spoil all the ones where animals die, but at the same time, there is a website called Does the Dog Die in the movie or something like that. And it's not just dogs. It's like a bunch of trigger warnings. And it'll, like a dog's purpose is like the dog dying multiple times and like, but it's reincarnated every time. And my mom was like, I can't watch a movie where the premise is the dog dies. And I'm like, it's still better than Marley and Me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at least the dog comes back and like reunites with his owner multiple times.
Yes.
Marley and Me is good. It's just really upsetting. You know what I mean?
That's why I never watched it. I was like, see, I don't want to watch this, so I'm not going to. I did watch A Dog's Purpose though and loved it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to avoid this because I know what's going to happen and I don't want to watch that outcome.
Yeah. So just like the informed consent to consume media that might include something that's upsetting. Something I saw Every Brilliant Thing on Broadway, which is a play that was in London, had Daniel Radcliffe. Daniel Radcliffe came to Broadway. He left it. Mariska Hargitay is now in it. I think they also announced who's coming in after her, and I can't remember. But anyway, like it's a show about, and they are very clear about that. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And they talk about mental health, and they're like, be careful about that, but also it's really important to discuss it. And they literally talk about certain guidelines about how to discuss that. What's not mentioned anywhere is that the show essentially opens with pet death. And I'm like, last summer, Riley was diagnosed with cancer, and we were basically told you have 2 weeks left with her.
Oh, no.
And I saw the play maybe 2 months ago. So obviously Riley's still here, but it's still like a sore point for me because Riley's not 2, she's 14. And I'm just like sitting there with my family friend who came with me and who also loves Riley. And we're just like, well, like, we enjoyed the rest of the play, but like that could have really triggered someone.
Right.
And you're already talking about how important trigger warnings are to be like, take care of your mental health. This is like, we talk about upsetting stuff, but to not mention the thing that you start the play off with. I was like, someone missed something. Because saying that doesn't spoil the play.
Yeah, so someone dropped the ball.
Like, man, like, do I just get up and leave and hug Riley, or do I sit through this? Because how often am I, like, this is my second time that I'm seeing Daniel Radcliffe on a Broadway stage because I was too young to see him in Equus.
Gosh. Yeah, that's not okay. They need to give that word. I also agree with this, Regina. Yes. Yeah, that also says a lot about them, JC.
I was just like, it felt like they really dropped the ball. Like, that's not to say that people don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Or that sometimes people aren't stupid and ignore things and then complain about them. Like, when 13 Reasons Why, the first season, that was actually based on the book, first dropped, it didn't have a whole like 5-10 second like trigger warning thing once you started playing it, because the description says the girl has herself. It's based on a book that very clearly says the girl has herself. And people were mad and they're like, it depicts the thing. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? It's a visual medium. Now, granted, in the show, they changed it to something that is more visually striking. And some people complained that they felt like it glorified it. Fine. That is a legitimate complaint because it's targeted. It's not saying, I watched something that very clearly is marked as containing certain content if I was literate in any capacity, and I'm complaining that it's included. It's like, well, you didn't have to watch it if that was going to upset you.
Right. Oh, Sully's bringing me a Tug toy.
They just want to be.
Oh no,
Zuko's on the chair. He's like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, oh.
All right, you two. I don't want to interrupt, but I have to take off.
No.
I was looking at the time. I was like, I feel like
I'm getting pulled away for the next thing already. I'm like, I'm here, I'm present, and it's well, I really appreciate y'all. Thank you again for having me join you guys.
Yeah,
good
it was
luck,
so nice to have you back.
Holly, good luck.
If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I mean, you know how to reach me, so.
Yeah, I'm sure when I get close to the in-person book stuff, I'll probably shoot you some questions, I'm sure. I appreciate you guys. And everyone, good luck with all your writing and storytelling. It looks like everyone's getting a lot of great admin and some good writing done today.
Yeah.
I'll try to come back next month if my schedule allows it.
Yes, good luck. Yeah, hopefully.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Aww. Yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the time. Yes,
Yeah, I'm we're chatting a lot, but also I'm having fun, and like you said, you predicted we'd be chatting because it's been so long.
It has. But it's good. We've needed to catch up and chat with friends. Warnings and explicit warning. You could say, parental death on page. Yeah, instead of just death of a loved one, you can say parental death, because I've seen death of a parent, death of a sibling. If it's a grandparent, maybe that's where it says loved one.
Some people aren't triggered by character death, but some people are triggered by specific, the loss of a parent. At the same time, though, you might be worried that that is too spoilery, and that's your decision.
Yeah.
Just know that some people might be oh my God, this was so upsetting. And it's
right.
Well, I did say that a character would die.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you how specific you want to be, but know that there are people who will always appreciate more specificity and people who will always complain about it. And the people who complain, I'm well, then you don't have to read the warnings. If you complain about it, then just skip the page.
Oh.
But for Becca's book, Becca's in chat, we have there's a huge thing. But we have childhood physical abuse off page, comma, described, and parentheses, blah, 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 blah. We use the actual word. Parentheses, off page, but character, we do say who it is depicted with something. And then, so she gives details, but it not to spoil the story.
I like that.
And if I don't think I've ever had an author submit a list of trigger warnings where I'm this is too spoilery. Mm-hmm. I've definitely added to a list that an author has given.
It's important too to say on versus off page, because some people their specific trigger is if it is on the page versus just mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think not all my authors say on page or off page, but Holly, you have reference parentheses but not shown and parentheses physical abuse. But then you have on page depiction of emotional and verbal abuse. And then there's more. It's not things.
Yeah, having to pull up my trigger warnings for the book poll options for diversity is lit. That's where I'm oh, okay, this person said on page or off page. Yeah, I'll do that for me too. Also, KK enjoyed our chatting while she was walking, and JCS asking for a friend, me. That is a good point. Yes, since we are chatting and this is only one, we will have a little longer because it's already going to be longer if we do our 3 30-minute sprints. Oh no! Oh, Gwenna. She has to come back. Great today. Oh, hi, the Spooky Library. Thanks for booping the like button and saying hi. um, so I'm going to go with number 5, Zuko, because why not?
Purple.
Yeah, purple.
I'm not doing the Hunger Games.
Yay, more Holly Zara time. Yay. All right. Well, we are going to finally start this second sprint.
I didn't set up the forest room this time. My bad. We were chatting.
Yeah,
I'll do it for the third, but I do need to cook myself dinner.
Yes, make some food. In 3, 2, 1, happy productivity, everyone. All right, that's the end of the second sprint. And
I am in my kitchen. You can hear me
Oh.
stir frying stuff.
nice.
And I actually need to make the pad thai sauce. So
Ooh, that sounds
I'm
so
listening,
good.
but here's my new fridge setup. And
Lovely fridge.
this is from when I pre-ordered The Trial Period by Auburn Morrow from Wattpad Books. It was a 25 calendar, which is really cute.
Cute.
Obviously, we're in 2026 now, so it's not useful, but
I think Winnow was the only one that went with Smokey. Yay. My internet was kind of acting a little wonky because it my timer screen flashed, and then I heard Chris saying too, he's like, I think there's something going on. So hopefully everything is okay. I mean, it's sunny. It's not like it's storming, but yeah, just seems like it's a little wonky. So hopefully it'll stay stable.
who won the race?
It was Smokey, number 1. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, let me go back to it.
Got it.
Yeah. Purple was number 4, so that's my boy. Gwyneth's so funny. Let's see. I watched a couple YouTube shorts, and then I read, I think maybe another about 15 pages. I forgot where I started reading. Freudian slip with writing. No, it was good. It was talking about like the saboteurs of writing, and the different kinds, like, the unlucky one, like, oh, publishing is all about who I just can't catch a break. And then the innocent one is like, I can't figure this out. Maybe I should just wait until I'm not so confused. Mine is which one? The enticer. Oh, relax in front of the TV instead of going to the Y. Wait until tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Not always. Anyways. So it's very helpful. Going to that sprint, all I did was sit in the dark and enjoy the quiet. That sounds great. Next sprint, I think I'll get some work done on my developmental edits. Nice.
Okay, Holly, before I forget, I'm sending you chapters 1 through 7.
Okay, cool.
The header images will be higher resolution when they actually go to the printer. I'm just not sending you the highest resolution because while I have a lot of iCloud space and a lot of computer space, I don't like to fill it up unnecessarily.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for sending. Let's see. KK got partway through editing a chapter and cut 50 words. Yay for more conciseness. Yay. You're a writer when you could literally cure world hunger, but if you don't fidget with your stories for at least 30 minutes that day, then you feel like you've accomplished nothing. I have had to fight to not feel like I've not accomplished if I don't write, because I was very bad with that, like tying my self-worth to like my productivity. So I have worked very hard to try to reverse that. So like with me, like telling myself, you don't have to earn rest, and you guys are always good with reminding me about self-care and all of that. So you guys have definitely helped me. Run, edited, and revised a few pages. Nice. Very, very good. JC finished editing her video. Yay. You guys are crushing it with the sprints.
I almost tripped over Riley because she's silent.
Oh no. Be careful.
She needs to eat her dinner though, because she doesn't know that she has to fast for a test tomorrow.
Oh.
And she still hasn't eaten.
Did she eat? No, not yet.
No, she's a picky one.
Riley, you need your foodie.
I mean, I put her treats on it and she eats the treats and then doesn't eat the food. And I'm like, well, I don't negotiate with 4-legged fur babies. Yeah, talking about you. She's looking at me like, are you talking shit about me? And I'm like, yeah, just a little. She was crying earlier, JC.
Oh, he knows how to work.
Riley knows that I am more unforgiving, so she's like insistent. She's like, I'll just wear Zara down. And I'm like, no, I'm going to like take a nap with you and make you go to sleep.
You're going to double down.
Rather than deal with this.
Yeah.
Big stretch.
Also, yay, KK. Ooh. Love it.
Riley definitely has it figured out when it comes to my mom. And my mom is like, am I the problem? And I'm like, I mean, Riley's very good at what she does.
Yeah. ZUKO finally settled on my lap because I was starting to cut them getting their TREATs at night because literally it's like they would eat dinner and then be bothering me for the TREATs. And I'm like, no, that's not how this works. Like, you're not in control. So I was like, once these are gone, that's it. You know, because they used to only get it very sparingly.
Holly tells her babies no too, because Riley just went,
I think I heard that.
Hear it over the bubbling of my cooking, but JC, she made a noise again, so.
I think I heard it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it was like, no, I'm in control, and you're not getting it anymore. So I think he, like, finally remembered, because I was going.
Zuko or, oh my God, why am I blanking on your
Oliver.
I'm like, it's not Oscar, but it starts with an O.
Oscar's actually a really cute name for.
If you get another fur baby.
Oscar, that's adorable. Oh, you heard me somewhat talking about you. They were talking about you. Yeah, you can't get things.
Okay. You need to eat something. So
Zuko.
I want to give you a super
solid pet name. Oh. Yeah, I really hope I get, because I also have an event, let's see. It's a local event that's in September, but there's like no details.
Are they on the Inimitable website, or is there one that I'm missing?
There's two that I haven't sent you yet. Yes, okay. An event in September and an event in. This one's in November. Oh, yay.
Is that better for your schedule?
Yeah, just because I have 2 in September, 1 in October, which isn't crazy. It's just if they're spread out a little bit, it'll
make your life easier.
Yeah, just give me some breathing. It's not every day that I'm trying to pitch and ask people to buy my book. But yeah, because there's like no info. I forgot. I checked recently, and there's not a lot of information about it yet. So, yeah, that one's in Wisconsin. So.
Ooh, traveling.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to all these different states this year.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was fun. I wanted to spread my wings. Yes, April 13th.
Yeah.
2027. Is that it? I was like, I have to remind myself too.
Oh, I have that date in. I like regularly. I think about every week. I just check. I'm like, how close am I to these pub dates? Am I prioritizing correctly every day?
There we go. Yes, April 13th. Cool. So, yes, it is now less than 11 months away. Yay!
That's crazy to think about.
Very fun. Very fun. But yeah, I've taken, that's why I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like, I definitely need to do my sprints again because,
Remind people you exist.
yeah. And then I was feeling, I was still posting on Instagram and, YouTube shorts and TikTok and all of that. But like, I haven't been like, working on anything writerly really either. So it's like, I feel so detached. Yes. I was like, I feel so detached from my writer life.
Like, patches, and then it was like you thought, and I'm just like, come on, man! I had a plan. I had a Gantt chart for all the projects. It was gonna line up. I wasn't gonna stress myself out. Although I will say, for the past 3 weekends, I actually didn't work because I was like hanging out with people and quality time in person, and I'm like, oh my god, this is what people talk about when they talk about work-life balance. Having weekends.
Yes.
It was so weird. It was nice though.
That's fun. Yeah. I was trying to be controlled in picking up extra weekend shifts because we had to sign up for Q3. So I was signing up for, or I had signed up for July, August, September, but then they came back to, I signed up for my 2 weekend days each month, and then they came back to me like, hey, are you available for any of these other ones that there were open shifts for? And so I told Chris, I'm like, I'm taking 1 extra one in August and 1 extra one in September. That's it. And he was like looking at me, and I was like, what? I've worked 6 shifts before, like last November I worked 6 shifts because I was like, well, Christmas money. And I was like, I was like, shadows off with Zara, and so I told him, I'm like,
I remember you were like exhausted.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to do that again. And then I'm like, I was telling him, like, I also can't sign up for too many extra shifts because I already have things on those days. So it's
good. Block yourself.
Like, I've got a book signing here, or cousin's wedding, and then family get together here, and so I'm just like, I already have things that are occupying those said days. So if I'm not working, I'm doing a social event.
Yay!
And so then I'm also trying to be like, okay, make sure I have like a couple days out of the month where I don't have anything planned so that I can like breathe, or if I'm like needing to recharge my social battery,
Yeah.
Flowing forward, I like that. Vague ideas I aim for, yes. I like that, because it's like you are listening to your body, whether you're able to, whether you have control over it or not. But being flexy is, that's what I say. I'm flexy. Release date now, launch season aimed for. I like that a lot. It's great. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be hungry all over again with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm definitely gonna need a snack. I'm like, my stomach's like, yeah, your girl dinner was so paltry.
I mean, is that not part of the definition of girl dinner?
Yeah, I think so. So I gotta beef it up a little bit.
but not actually.
Yes, not beef. I need to tofurkey beef it up. Not like what is it? Oh, I missed you guys. It was way too long. Okay. We've got our final sprint. Yes.
Grays.
I love this.
Like anything that's not pure white, but is in that.
Oh no, Morgan, I still can't find my outline for book 3. No! It's got to be somewhere. Email or a wrong folder or. Oh, I had to do my laundry alone. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
Regina went with the purples. Zara, did you vote
Yeah,
for?
I'm going with like the grays.
Oh, the grays. Nice.
There were 3 shots at it. Basically, I said anything that isn't white, but in that pants. Not snowball. Because I feel like I can't say white and grays. That feels like
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the blues because there's 2. So bluey for Kauffman, who's gone. Dark and light bluey.
This is brown sugar, Riley. You can't have it. I don't know if you can have it. I'm not finding out if you can have it. Totally forgot to put in
Gingers front and center. Always popular. Oh. Even though I voted for blues, I want Ginger to win. All right, you guys, we are going to start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. right, that was the end of the final sprint. And the gray one. Zara, you did it.
Because I was putting stuff in the dishwasher and Riley had jumped on the couch and was about to eat my food after finally eating hers.
Good. Oh, good. Yay.
But I saw her with her face hovering over mine and I yelled at her. And then I called my mom and I was like, I don't think she ate a green onion, but I don't know. And she's like, just watch her. For once, my mom wasn't the one freaking out and I was.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about green onions being bad.
I just assumed.
Yeah, not just like regular onions. Bad for dogs. Oh, that'd be good to know. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, good to know.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I had no idea. I knew onions, but yeah, shoot.
My lips are burning. I had to get a sriracha than the one my mom has in her fridge, and
that one's a little bit of a scorcher, huh?
I was like, probably should have done a little bit less than what the recipe calls for to like compensate for the increase in heat.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're eating. I'm glad Riley's eating.
Currently Riley's sulking because her getting in bedtime is 9:30. And my mom literally, when I was talking to her, she's like, okay, good night. I'm like, yeah. So she's crying. She's like, why are we not in bed yet? And I'm like, because we gotta finish a live stream.
That was ZUKO as well. He was meowing because I went downstairs to get some what are they called? The broad beans. I've been getting the dried edamame, but I was like, oh, I want to switch it up as my like protein snacks. I got these like broad bean packets and flavored, and so I had the barbecue one. It was really good. But so I was downstairs, and then the cat saw that they weren't going to be getting anything extra from me, and so I'm up here, and I just hear him meowing down there. But anyways, I started reviewing the formatted chapters for Shadow. So I'm on page 13. Or no, well, that's with the
page
title
13.
page.
Yeah.
Nope. Page number 7. In the PDF, it's 13.
Yeah, I almost didn't send you the front matter, and I was like, well, at least she's going to see what it looks like.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I like to see it. It was fun. It's fun to see it like in book form. Like, oh my gosh.
Coming together.
Yes.
Slowly on my end, but surely.
No, it was slow for me to, get to you. It was just, it's going to be a miracle that this book is, when this book comes out, I'm going to be like more excited than Diamond, because I'm like, I put my blood here.
We finally made it.
Yes, we survived. She probably just sniff your food. Yeah, I'm sure she didn't get any of it.
I mean, if she had, I think she would have spit it out because it is spicy.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing was out of the bowl, and so she probably didn't. But it was the first thing I saw was her hovering over it and licking her lips, and that's when I was like, absolutely not.
Got it. Ugh.
Because she's going to the doctor tomorrow. And so I was also worried. I'm like, oh my God, if she eats a green onion, that's not good in general, but that's also going to mess up the test that she's doing. Like, what if that messes up the test we're doing tomorrow and we won't know if like anything that's wrong with it, if anything comes back. Obviously we don't want anything.
Yeah.
Back. What if that's caused by this? And my mom was like, Zara, she probably didn't eat it. And Regina's saying that. And you're saying that. And all evidence points to she didn't. Panicked.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. You know, you're being cautious, you know. So, but I hope that the test goes well for her tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an ultrasound. The doctor is gonna check to see if the tumor has grown at all or moved anywhere or changed in any way. It hasn't in a while. Would like it to continue that way. Knock on wood. I have to knock on it very gently or she's going to think that someone's at the door. I don't have anything for you, Riley, other than love. Yeah, I don't want that right now.
Aww.
We're going to go to sleep soon, baby. Don't worry. Well, you'll go to sleep. We'll be in bed together and you'll go to sleep. And then I'll probably stay up reading on my phone.
Yeah, someone's passed out in his donut bed, so
Cute.
we'll have to pat camp on the couch so we can blob for the rest of the night.
I had a pet bed here for Riley, but she would rarely use it.
Mm.
I thought we were going to lose her. I was like, I can't have this in my home because like she wasn't coming to my place often. And I was like, I can't have this here. Like I'm going to cry if I see it, if something happens. And now she's here and we have the cooling mat for her and she rarely picks that. Normally she's on my couch, her couch when she's here. The entire couch is her carrier, her towel, or my bed. Sometimes my kitchen tile floor, sometimes my wooden floor. But I think that bed fabric, it was kind of like a corduroy and it would get very hot. She liked it when she was younger, but I think as she got older, it was like too hot for her or something.
Just started growling. That's Daddy. He went downstairs.
Yeah, I heard the growling. I'm like,
he's become more like protective lately. I'm like, dude, that's just Daddy. He's in the kitchen right now. I think he woke up and heard a noise and didn't realize that he went downstairs. Like he's becoming more protective. This is my household and the people I love are in here and I just need to protect it.
JC, I'm like that too when Veronica King was in New York because her book got the 2025 Independent Press Award named as a distinguished favorite in the young adult category, Down the Well. It turns out that she like gets so motion sick that even a subway isn't good for her.
Oh.
Or a bus. So we were walking everywhere, which meant at one point we were walking through Central Park. And every time I saw a dog, we're talking. I can hold a conversation, but I'd see a dog. And she's like, you're like a dog with squirrels, but with dogs. And I'm like, yeah.
I love them so much too. They're just so precious. Dog.
Yeah. Seriously, that's me. Dog. Doggy. Oh, you're my doggy. I said that. He's like, where?
You said the word.
You. No. Well, I mean, there are dogs on the floor, but just you.
You are the doggy. Yeah, we're glad that you ate some dinner. Good job.
Good girl. You're all clean and dry because of your bath.
Oh,
She hates
Zuko freaking out again.
Yeah. Maybe they're saying, wrap it up, Mom.
I know. They're like, we know how long these should be. I'm just kidding.
I mean, they probably do.
Yeah. They're like, oh, shoot, she's back at the spot. It's all right.
We thought she abandoned this.
Well, you guys, this was so much fun to be back. And just lovely to catch up with you all. And so good to, I was like, everyone's going to forget. No one's going to be here. And everyone was here. And I'm like, oh.
No, everyone was like, Holly's back. And all of the Inimitable streams are on the calendar and on the Twitch schedule. And scheduled on YouTube. So we're
Yay.
going to go on that front as well. Holly is going to be on a Twitch stream with us.
Yay. Yes, I will be here. Let's see. Oh, June 27th. So yay. And then we will be back here, same time, same place, same faces on July 6th.
Next month.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so wrong, you guys. Oh. But I will see you guys on Instagram and all of that. I know. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do a pop-up. I'm like, I can't be, I know, I'm like, this sounds so wrong. This sounds so wrong to say. We'll see you guys. I don't know.
Have the energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let JC's emojis get you. Don't go into burnout for us.
I'm being influenced. But no, I think having the flexibility and doing a pop-up Mondays if I'm within capacity, all of that. But I love you guys. And yes, I'll still be posting on, like I said, on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. So find me there, send me messages. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. But I will be looking forward to the next time we can be productive together. So hope you guys have a good rest of the night. Sleep well, as someone is clearly doing. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. That's not the right thing. That's the right song.